Welcome back, baseball fans, to the Winter Baseball Classic. We're moving forward into the round of 5 winners bracket, and today we are in the green bracket, the northeast bracket. We've got Coney Island at Rhode Island, winners of their first round games. In the second round, it's been Rhode Island, winners of 2 of 3. And they're trying to win game 4 here to get a bye, winning the winners bracket. We'll show you the bracket if Rhode Island wins. We know Athens, you may have seen in the last video, they won their bracket. They came back and won their bracket. So in the yellow region, the Sun Belt region. So anyway, let's get started. Today's starting pitchers are Paul Edmondson, who we saw earlier, but actually getting another look at this guy is not a bad idea because he is definitely a candidate for the Summer League. And Jim Harden, a guy who, yeah, I'm not sure extra analysis of this guy is going to help because his ERA is 3.59, but when you look at the card, that's a lot of home runs against righties. I just don't think he's good enough, but if he helps Rhode Island win this game, then there you go. Jerry Kenny leads it off for Coney Island, bounces short. That is Fregosi at short. He's having a big series. Makes the play. Easy Ed Brinkman, short. Walt Williams, 66, pops to first base. Bottom of 1, Ed Charles will lead off today. Bouncer to short. Brinkman's a 2, makes the play. McAuliffe walks. Tolan 1-7. Triple 1-8. That's a single at dot. Runners on the corners. Fregosi 56. Lefty sack. I'm not going to show the guys like Tolan, Fregosi, and Yaz, who we know are already in the Summer League. It doesn't really help for what we're doing here. Yaz walks. 2 on, 2 outs. Willie Smith 44 bounces to second for Edmondson. This is Quilichi's a 3E4. All glove, no bat, and makes a play. So between these two teams, there is a disparity in talent, and a lot of that is because it turns out that Tolan, Fregosi, and Yaz probably shouldn't be here, but their 70 cards are in the Summer League, so we get to use these 69 cards for this little tournament. So Coney Island, who is missing so that they aren't as good? And the answer is quite a number of good players are missing. Tom Seaver, Pete Reichert, Fritz Peterson, Dick Bosman, Cleon Jones, Tony Horton, and Reggie Jackson. They would all be inaugural Coney Island players if their cards were here, but their 69 cards are in the Summer League, so I had to get replacements for all them going down the depth chart. Like Walt Williams replaces Cleon Jones, Dave May replaces Reggie Jackson, Paul Edmondson replaces Tom Seaver. That's a big drop off, and that's why Rhode Island is up 2-3 in this series. Meanwhile, for Rhode Island, when you look at their originally drafted players, the only guys missing are Paul Doyle, Wally Bunker, Dave Boswell, Rico Petrocelli. That would be a good get, but they ended up with Fregosi somehow replacing him. So that's kind of a neutral move there. And Nate Colbert at first base, replaced by Bob Berta. So it's not, Rhode Island didn't lose as much as Coney Island. And that's the long and short of it. Let's go to the second inning here. It's Boog Powell. Rolls a second. Rico Joseph bounces to third, and this is Ed Charles, a 3.27 at third base, and he boots that one. Dave May, 1-9, flies to right. And Brooks Robinson, 1-14, lines out on a 15. Okay. Bottom of 2, Chris Cannizzaro, 38. Let's take a look at Chris Cannizzaro. Believe it or not, folks, this is an all-star because he was a Padre. And apparently by the All-Star break, he probably was hitting pretty well. I'm going to guess he tailed off in the second half. But the lone Padre representative in MLB's All-Star game. is still trying to get into my summer league, and I don't know if he's going to make it. This is just not that good a card for this year. He will have a better card in 70. Bob Berta K's, Johnny Jeter, bounce with the second. This is Quilici again, 3-4, ground ball C. Runner at second for Ed Charles, 1-6. Let's take a look at Ed Charles because he's trying to get into the league. 1-6, this is a 2-out RBI single for Ed Charles, but he can only play one position. He's okay there. Nothing on the top line looks that great. C-stealer, 1-14 runner. He hits right-handers okay. Has power both ways, but he doesn't hit lefties whatsoever, really. Year-to-date, 207 hitter. Not going to make it. That's not good enough for what we're doing in the summer league. You need to have at least some more flexibility on that. More things to tick off on your card. Dick McAuliffe pops to third. All right. We got a 2-0 game. Jake Gibbs, second. Quilici flies it to right. This is Bobby Tolan. 2E12 makes the grab. Tolan pushed him to right field because they had Jim Lytle and Johnny Jeter can both play center field. Jerry Kenny, 57, skies right field. Bottom of the third, here's Tolan, 37, Ks. Fergosi, 48, another base hit. He's having a heck of a series. Yastrzemski, 48, triple 1-3, base hit off of Edmondson's card. Edmondson's not really looking very good. As a starter 7, yeah, he needs to hang in there and get a quality start in here if he can. Canizero, it's going to be tough though, and this guy to center. So he's put a lot of guys on, only 2 have scored. That's the good news. Ed Brinkman bounced to third. Walter Williams, 1-8, lines out on a 10. And Boog Powell bounced to second. We didn't say much about Harden at the start, but he's got 4 no-hit innings. Bob Berta, 69, double 1-2 single. Jeter, 36 Ks. Easy Ed Charles, 36 Ks, and with 2 outs, McAuliffe bounced to second. All right, we go to the 5th. Rico Joseph, 67 as a K. Dave May, 2-8, first. Brooks Robinson, 57 as a K. Tolan of the Bells, 33, pops to first. Fergosi singles again. Let's look at his tournament average when we get to the box. Yastrzemski walks. Willie Smith, 38 Ks. And Canizero with 2 outs, walks. Boy, Edmondson's put a ton of guys on here. Bases loaded, 2 outs for Bob Berta. And Berta walks, and that's an RBI walk. Edmondson is still not broken. Jeter, 4-4, short X. Well, we need some defense out of Ed Brinkman here. 2E21 makes the play. So, it's 3-0. Rhode Island trying to win the series. They put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 men on and scored just 3. 3-zip in the 6th. Jake Gibbs pops to second. Quilici, 212. Let's take a look at Frank Quilici's card. Well, you know, he's a 3-4 at second base. They can play the 3 middle infield positions, so that definitely puts him as a candidate for the Summer League. That being said, boy, there's not much pop on this card, except he's got power against righties. He just rolled a 212, which is the solo home run. This card hits a $174. If he was a switch hitter, maybe. If he was like a B stealer, maybe. A 1-15 runner, maybe. If he was like a 3 at short, maybe. You know, if ifs and nuts were candies and butts, I'm not seeing it from this Quilici card. But anyway, he gets a solo homer here, his moment of fame. And it's a 3-1 game for Jerry Kenny. Homer 1-10 double off the Harden card, and that's a single because Kenny does not have power. Ed Brinkman, 68, lines a third. And Walt Williams, 58, short X. Shortstop Fergosi's a 2. E21, but he makes an error. And now you got 2 on with 2 outs in the 3-1 game, and it's Boog Powell, 55, flies a left. Harden survives 6. About to break, though. They'll probably go to their pen. 3-1 game, Ed Charles, center field. McAuliffe, 4th time around the lineup against the Sky. Sky's the center. Bobby Tolan, base hit. Do you want to steal off of Gibbs? No, Gibbs can throw. Fregosi, left. 7th inning. 3-1 game, Harden. I think we're going to go right to the bullpen here. He's not much. Bullpen's not much better, though. Here's Mudcat Grant coming in. He's in the Summer League. He's a closer for the Ohio team. Players from Dayton. But he'll come on here in the 7th. Rico Joseph, 49, double one single. Dave May, 37 is a K. Brooks Robinson, 112 is a low max. Yeah, just not enough sticks on this Coney Island team this year. So, 3-1 game, 7th inning stretch. You've been listening to Winter Hours from 89. I think they were like I want to say a Jersey band, maybe from Weehawken or Hoboken or something like that. Anyway, something like that. They're good, though. Bottom of the 7th, Edmondson sticking it out. Going to throw another inning here. He's got Yastrzemski. 3-6 is a walk. Willie Smith, 47 is a K. Canizero, 2-6 is a K. Berta, 65, lines is short. So, Edmondson survives 7. As a starter 7th, he can continue, even though he's put so many men on base. Grant with a 2-run lead, 6 outs to go to advance. Jake Gibbs does not have power, so he'll pitch to him. 1-8 third. Quilici doesn't scare anybody, though he homered last time. First X. First base, Berta's a 3-8 at first base, and he makes the play. And with 2 outs, Jerry Kenny. 1-7, Jerry walks. The tie-in run is Ed Brinkman, who doesn't have power. 4-10, center B, off the Mudcat card, it's 3-1. And Edmondson, as courageous as he's been, we'll take him out. Hamilton will come on in the 8th. Hamilton's already in the Summer League. He's got nothing to prove here. He's a quality lefty reliever, though. Johnny Jeter, 57 is a K. They'll bring in Jim Lytle to play defense for him in center field. He's better. Ed Charles, 1-5. We saw the card earlier. He said he didn't hit lefties very well, but it's homer 1-9 double, and that is a home run. So you got the Frank Quilici and Ed Charles homers canceling each other out in the last 3 innings. Dick McAuliffe, single. Hamilton, not looking good. Bobby Tolan, 53, pitcher B. You want to steal 2 outs? Oh, why not? Stole a base. Fregosi, runner in scoring position in a 4-1 game. 2-7. Again, Fregosi, single 1-7. He gets the hit, doesn't score the run. Boy, his average is very good. Yaz, grounds third. Okay. 9th inning. 4-1 game. They're going to go to their, I guess you call him a closer, Jack Baldwin, who is not very good, folks. So this is Coney Island's big chance. The guy who's portraying closer for Rhode Island with a 3-run lead to the 9th. Defense is in there. Walt Williams, 1-9's a single. Boog Powell, 2-9. Boog Powell, base hit left field. They got 2 on. The tie-in run is Rico Joseph. 6-10. Rico, base hit to left field. They are loaded. Nobody out in a 4-1 game in the 9th. Dave May, playing back, needing a double play here. 1-5, flies to center B question mark, no sense running. They stay at third base. Base is still loaded for Brooksy. 65, another fly ball to right, and with 2 outs, it's Jake Gibbs, who doesn't have power. You might want to think of getting a guy with power to bat in this spot in a 4-1 game. And they are. So the pinch hitter for Jake Gibbs, a guy with a little more power, Tom Tresh. Let's take a look at Tom Tresh here. Interesting guy, can play short and the outfield, switch hitter, has the power, some walks. I think he's going to sneak into the Summer League as a backup shortstop or a fourth infielder or fourth outfielder for some team, just because of the power and switch hitting and infield and outfield ability. So versatility is the key when you have a 20-man roster. So here he gets to bat in a 4-1 game, tie run at first, grand salami, gives them the lead. Here is Tom Tresh. The pitch to the Tresher. 6'11" off Baldwin is Senator X. This is Lytle, who is a 2 in center field, a 2. And a 2-8 in center field makes the catch on the warning track. Tresh could not come through. The series and game are over. Rhode Island wins 3-1. So we'll take a look at the bracket now that we have a team advancing. Baldwin gets a really crappy save by giving up 3 singles in the 9th inning. Mudcat Grant did a great job. A hit, a walk, and a K. 6 innings for Harden, giving up just the 2 hits and a run that was earned, the Quilici home run. No walks and a couple strikeouts. Hamilton gave up 3 hits, a run, and a K in his inning. Edmondson somehow lasted into the 7th inning, takes the loss, gave up 8 hits and 3 runs. 6 walks and 8 strikeouts. Not a glowing resume there, but at least he was tenacious. 1019, 0108, 41116, 1369. And that is your game 4. Let's see what these 2 squads are up to year to date through the tournament. Rhode Island has the chance to have the #1 seed in the next round, as they've only lost once, surprisingly. So, Coney Island was 4-3 in the first round, and they've only won 1 more game, so they're 5-6. And there you see Rhode Island is 7-1. So Coney Island, with, I said, the bad offense, but they're hitting .269 with a .351 ERA. Rhode Island is hitting .301 with a .352 ERA. So they're getting some lucky breaks mixed in with some good hitting. I mentioned Fragosi's tearing it up. There it is. Fragosi's 16 for 29 in this little tournament, which puts him hitting .552. Well, if you hit .552 through 8 games, you have a good chance of being tournament MVP, and Fragosi's tearing it up here. 7-1, 5-6. When we look at the year-to-date numbers now, we're seeing more hitting finally come. I guess that when you start slow and then you pick it up hitting, it's probably just better lineup construction, or, you know. 53 games now. We're up to .253 batting average and a .384 ERA. And let's look finally at the bracket. We'll take a look at the, this is the pitching bracket. No need to look at that yet. Let's look at the tournament bracket here. We'll zoom in. We're going to zoom in on the tournament bracket. Here's the tournament bracket. We've got 4 brackets here. We just kind of went through into the East here. The winners bracket, Rhode Island, Coney Island. Rhode Island wins this 3-1. 3-1. And so we scroll down. Let me scroll all the way down, because if you do this, this is just printed on top of last year's results. So last year's results, there it is. I mentioned Memphis won the tournament last year. Memphis beat the Coney Island Cyclones, who you just saw, to win it all. This Coney Island team is not as good, though, in the follow-up year. So in the tournament, Rhode Island wins this 3-1. They were 4-0 in round 1, so now they're 7-1. So we go down to buys right here, and we're going to put RIR for Rhode Island here, and a record of 7-1. And Coney Island is 5-6, and so they'll have to play in the best of 3. The record of 5-6, I guess temporarily I'll put them in this box. This is all there's a formula to how we award seeds. What we know at this point is that Athens is 7-3, Rhode Island is 7-1. Nothing's been determined out west. This is last year's information. So this is what the bracket looks like. As far as the pitching rotation, which is over here, we know that in the next round, the Elite Eight, best of 3, Rhode Island gets the bye because they just won that series. And trying to stave off elimination will be Coney Island. They'll go with their number 3 starter, Don Cardwell, their number 4 starter, Sonny Siebert, and if they can get back to a game 3 in a best of 3, it'll be their ace, Jim Palmer. So that's what the schedule is for these teams moving forward, and then look at the brackets. And thank you for checking out these videos. We'll see you next time.